Has this happened to me since then? Yes. Do I stand out there and laugh hysterically? Oh, yeah. They can't make me mad. When I'm having a bad day, I think about Tony. Tony has that. Now, Tony, by the way, has no shoes in this. I'd have to say, if I was doing this, he has a snake show in Thailand, I would have on reinforced steel outfit, but he doesn't have shoes on. Now, he does this. He does 4 shows a day. He makes $40 a day with tips doing this. Tony knows. Now, that picture's blurry because I was shaking a little bit, but he knows he's going to get bitten by that cobra once a week. So when I was traveling yesterday and I was having trouble, I didn't get angry. I thought about Tony. You know, every morning when I get up, I don't wonder if I'm going to get bit by the cobra today. And I think that this perception helps me see things differently. I think about this young man all the time. And when you end your day with a smile, you let the stress go. A lot of you take all the problems, you drag them home with you. See you tomorrow. You come home, your husband and wife, how was your day? There's my day. Deal with that day. And they'll say, what happened? Oh, I can't tell you. It's too complicated. So what do? You take it back to work. You take it back the next day. If you do nothing else with my program, I want you to do this. At the end of every day, I don't care what shift you work, I want you to treat your day the way a gymnast treats their day. At the end of the day, find a chair, sit down, 5 o'clock, do your dismount. Whew. Stuck that day. And then you turn around, you do this to the chair, and you stay. You leave it there. If you can, leave home at home, leave work at work, and leave home at home. Almost said leave stress at stress. Don't try this. I'm a professional. And I know that sometimes the work hours get complicated and they overlap, but the bottom line is you have to refresh and renew yourself. Do you agree? If you don't consciously work on this, your head's going to blow up. It's a fact of life. You see it all the time. So rule number 1 is have fun. Say it. The better you are at having fun, I think the better you are at your job. When you're really good at your job, really good, I think that's fun. You know, I've been working hard I study neurolinguistic programming and psycholinguistics about how the human brain works and about how language works to get better at what I do up here. And the better I am, the more fun I have. You know, every time when they call my name, I can't wait to come out here because I know I'm going to have fun. And I think it's a different thing when you dread it. You know, I watch people go into the offices every day. I watch them park their cars and it's like, only 30 more years to retirement, you know. Not good for a first day. For me, I'm always looking at different ways to have fun. I love lattes, but I don't just order a latte. I ask the barista if they'll make my likeness in the foam. I have hundreds of pictures like this. And then I tip them $2, $3, so it's only like $39.95 or something like that. The best way to deal with change is to be really resourceful. This is my luggage. A lot of you have black roller bags. Mine is the only one that has orange chicken feet sticking out of it. Isn't this a good sign to have too? Why is there orange chicken feet sticking out of my bag? I can spot this thing a mile away. But the reason I did it isn't because of that. It's because of this. You go to get on the airplane, you put your bag in wheels first like this. If it doesn't fit, what do? You got to move it sideways like this. People would then come behind me, move my bag like this when I didn't see them, put their bag in, the bin wouldn't close, I'd have to check my bag. Since I put the chicken feet in there, it doesn't happen anymore. I have watched people grab the handle and just put it back. Problem solved. And you know, the fun part too is I don't mess with TSA, but you go through security. They always say this, man, look in your bag. Now seriously, what are your options? You know, oh, don't look in there. Scary things. This young man in Denver takes the rubber chicken out. He's not even surprised it's a whole rubber chicken. You know, he takes it out. And he starts to frisk it. Really carefully. I don't even know what they smuggle in chickens. But I was doing really good till he gets right about here and he does the flip. Like he does it all the time. And he goes right down to the toenails. And he goes, it's clear. You know, what happens is that we go through our days, there are a series of what? Bummers that don't make me start over. There are a series of what? And what? And with a little bit of work, you can take the bummers and turn them around. Stress is not what happens to you. Stress is based on your perception about what happens to you. Do you ever watch where the exact same thing can happen to the same people and one person gets angry and the other doesn't? It's a matter of choice. And people get angry about the weirdest things. I spoke for a group of professional secretaries, and I asked the group what caused them stress, and this lady went, the phone rang. And I said, what do you do? I'm a hotline operator, you know. Bad news, you know. Gonna happen again tomorrow. If that's your job and you get angry, you're gonna be angry every single day. And so what we start doing is you realize your perception is something you have a lot of control of. And these two words can change your life. This bummer woohoo concept is so simplistic, and yet it really does work. And I just came from Vegas. Let's not show that to IRS. But some of you are going too late. All right, so here's another thing. We all smile and laugh in the same language. It unites us. It creates a common bond. I've spoken all around the world, and people laugh exactly the same way. It brings us together. People smile and laugh in the same language, and it connects us. And some of you are actually different communicators than others. Everybody do this. Make a circle with your thumb and finger. You don't have to touch anybody. You don't have to touch anybody, all right? Now do what I tell you to do. Put it on your chin. 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 All right, hands down. Some of you are out there, it's on my chin. What's so funny about that? If you're a visual person, you didn't do what you heard, you did what you what? Auditory people didn't do what they saw, they did what they what? No right or wrong way to do it unless you were, you know. But if you're a visual person, use visual things. We want to have fun. And we use this to establish our own personal brands. I want you to ask yourself, what are you known for? Are you known to fly off the hammer the minute something small happens to you? Or are you able to deal with stress? How do people perceive you? Whenever I check in a hotel, I ask for a room that's not next to the ice machine or the soda machine. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice on the far left is the soda machine, then the ice machine, and then the door to my room. It was built into my room. It stuck in 2 feet. People get ice all night long. I don't even want to know more than that. And I called the front desk. I said, I need a new room. She said, no problem. She moved me 1 floor up to the exact same situation. And I was standing outside laughing hysterically. And I called the front desk. She goes, you want to move again? I said, no, I think I caught on to this one. But here's the thing, you know, we try. I'm not going to stand there and get angry. Is that in my life, I work to establish ways of dealing with stress, insulating myself when I can, and I've developed what I call a comic vision. You can do it too. Is that when things happen, you learn to act and not react to situational stress. I did tell you I wrote jokes. I wrote this one last night. According to new research, writing down your negative thoughts and throwing them in the trash can help a bad mood. I tried it. I'm happier, but I missed my iPad. All right, we'll keep that one. So this refresh and renew is very important because as you go through your day, as these bummers and things like that come up, you've got to let them go. or you start stacking things one on top of another, and you become one of those people you see walking around, talk to me like that, I'll talk to you like that, can't believe you talk to me like that. And if you ask them what happened, what do they say? Nothing. Scares the daylights out of me. We want to be able to insulate ourselves as best we can, act, not react to the situational stress. When you look at things differently, you change your perception, you create a different reality, and kindness is what we're looking for. You know, people are always looking sometimes for shortcuts, and we want to be kind to people. Humor now allows us to connect. We need to have policies that don't require employees to be unkind. You know, when they dragged that guy off that airplane, United dragged that guy off the airplane, it cost him $500 million. They could have given him $1 million cash and been ahead. But that person was just following what? Policy. We've got to be aware of it. Create policies that treat customers with kindness, train employees to be kind, promote acts of kindness, give negative social media nowhere to go. You know, if somebody does say something rude or obnoxious, address it. Don't just try to ignore it. We want people to feel good. We want people to be treated with kindness. Maya Angelou said, I've learned that people will forget what you said, they'll forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And I think this is incredibly important.